Hey, Isaac Wilkins, Relentless Strength Training here, and I'm going to do some Q&A stuff today. So one of the things I'm going to talk about is a question that I get all the time, and I think every trainer gets it. We all have our own opinions, and this one's mine. And it's, Isaac, what supplements should I take and what are essential? Okay, this question makes me scream, to be honest, because in my mind, and in my experience, most people aren't ready for very much in the way of supplements. Supplements are a big business. Huge, huge, huge business. Lots of ads, et cetera, that tell you you need this supplement, you need this, you need this, you need this, or you're going to always be fat, ugly, and weak, and nobody will ever like you, you'll never get laid, et cetera, et cetera. And now they've got supplements that if you do get laid, you can supposedly get laid better. Cool, actually. Yeah, that sounds awesome. But anyway, the whole thing with supplements is that they are a supplement. And what that means is if your training is not in line, and your diet is not in line, and your recovery is not in line, then supplements basically mean not a damn thing. They're expensive and you're choking them down. Basically just throwing it away. So, I do have a few that I think are kind of essentials, and these are going to be ones that kind of cover the bases, because most people, again, that diet's not quite perfect, life gets in the way, that type of thing. So, the first thing that I tell everybody to take, just as a safety measure, is a basic multivitamin. Okay, it's multivitamin, multi-mineral. You can do liquid, which usually tastes awful. You can do pills, which are usually hard to choke down. But that's whatever works for you there. The keys there I want you to think about I'd like you to think about having a natural vitamin. Your body tends to absorb them better. And something of reasonable quality. Like, it doesn't need to be some sort of ridiculous, $300 a month crazy vitamin with all kinds of roots and extracts that nobody's ever heard of because nobody even knows if they exist. That's a weird supplement company issue you gotta watch out for. But a good natural multivitamin. I have one I like. I have one for a couple of these supplements. I'm gonna put the link down below. I'm probably gonna put a couple of other links for other companies down below. I want you to get a good one. So, multivitamin is number one, and that kind of covers your bases. Everybody should end up with one of those. The next one, fish or krill oil. Okay? Omega-3 fatty acids have been all over the news about how awesome they are, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And what I don't want you to think about or take is a omega-3 supplement, because that usually has flaxseed and 2 or 3 other things in there that really have a very poor conversion to omega-3 in the human body. Really, unless you have some sort of ethical vegan thing going on, then fish or krill oil, one or the other is the way where it's at. I'm not going to get into the benefits of omega-3 because, again, you've been beaten over the head with it in the news. Just take it. In my mind, this isn't even a supplement, to be honest, because our diets, 200 years ago, everything was grass-fed. Like, your cows were grass-fed. They produced omega-3 fatty acids. We had a certain amount of omega-3s coming into our diet just by the meat that we ingested. Now, with our factory farming, everything is corn-fed, at best corn-fed. And those cows don't produce much omega-3, they produce omega-6 fatty acids. So there's supposed to be a ratio and balance there, and for most people that ratio is way out of whack. What you're doing by adding this stuff in is that you're bringing that ratio back to what you should have in your diet. So that's my little statement there. Okay, the only other thing that I think is absolutely necessary for almost everybody is is a quality protein supplement. And now I'm not one of those guys that says you need to eat 500 grams of protein a day, blah, 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 all this other stuff. But the bottom line is most people don't get enough quality protein in their diet. And this is a quick, easy way to add a little bit of extra in. A couple of scoops of some sort of supplement, whether it's a whey-based supplement. Again, I've got one that I like down below. I really like the blended proteins, honestly, like egg protein, whey protein, some casein. There's vegan options. I honestly wouldn't know anything about them because I don't get involved in that. But some sort of a quality protein supplement to hit the protein requirements you have. It'll help blunt your hunger. It'll help keep your muscle mass. Your metabolism will go up, all told. Good stuff. Don't go overboard with it, but chances are it's a quick, easy way for you to get a snack in that's going to help build your body as opposed to just tear it down or get stored. So those are the 3 supplements I think are absolutely key. And like I said, make sure your nutrition's in line, make sure your training is in line, make sure your recovery is in line, and look at those, and you'll be good to go.